Hey y'all, this is Tonetta again. I'm coming to you with day three, my day three in Las Vegas. And y'all, the day three was awesome, 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 awesome. It's the only thing I can say about it. Like I said, this is my experience. I've been talking about Las Vegas since I went down. I went down to Las Vegas on Saturday. Hold on Sunday actually, Sunday before Memorial Day, 2019. And I'm of course documenting, of course vlogging my journey. I guess as I was of course, going through Las Vegas, different things that I did, and some of the things that you all can do as well when you do visit. So like I said, my day three again was awesome, awesome, awesome. My day three was we actually went to the Spring Mountains. Like I told you all, I kept seeing the mountains in the background, the backdrop of these mountains, and I told myself I have got to go see these doggone mountains. And my friend Sharitha was like, "You going to go see the mountains?" She had never been up there herself. Like I told her, yes, I am going because I've got to see these mountains. And y'all, since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to actually like mountain climb and see the mountains, and because I never have before. Of course, I've saw them on TV and that kind of thing, but I've never actually been up close to them. We had a chance to walk on them, touch them, any of those kind of things at all. So like I said, I knew that when I went to Las Vegas this particular trip, that I was going to be able to make that I guess desire or thing that I've always had since I was a little kid possible. So like I said, we did go to the Spring Mountains, and that's the mountain range that's there in Las Vegas. We actually went up two different mountains actually. The first one we went to the Charleston Mountains. That one actually it wasn't even that far of a drive leaving the city of Las Vegas from where she stayed. Even though I just stopped along the way, along the highway, trying to get photos of the mountains. And I actually did get a lot of photos. And like I said, I posted those on Instagram and Facebook of mine. So if you all see my name on there, go ahead and click on it and look at the photos from the Las Vegas trip. You're more than welcome. And like I said, I took a lot of pictures. So it took us about an hour or so just to even get to the mountain. Actually, I guess I put it that way because I kept stopping and wanted to take pictures and wanted to walk up like different paths and all that kind of stuff. Because I did take a walk through a path. My phone actually cut off on me, so I couldn't really record anything. So, like, that's all right. But I found two beautiful rocks that I should have brought them in here. But I found two beautiful rocks. They were like white and like black marble looking rocks that I wanted to really take home. So I did bring them back, and I have them on my dresser, actually. So that was awesome. And like I said, just riding through Charleston Mountains, trying to get up to, of course, like the highest point that we can get to. We drove through maybe for like 45 minutes, I guess. Maybe it seemed like it was like, almost an hour, I guess you can say. Because like I said, with us stopping and going and that kind of thing, and they had different sections that you can get off and like read different information about the mountains and stuff like that. And that was very, very interesting, actually. I didn't realize, and the video that I took actually of the mountains, it was erased, actually. I didn't realize it didn't save in the cloud and it got erased. So I no longer have that video. But I was talking about, as of course, like my walk through the mountains or through that particular section of the mountains. A Native American tribe had actually used to live there like years and years ago and made that part of like the mountain their home. And I cannot think of the tribe right now at all. But whatever the tribe was, like I said, that section of the mountain, that's where they live. They, of course, gardened there, made sure they had their food. They had everything that they needed there. And they, like I said, they lived there for years. And it was like their sacred mountains, I guess I can say that. And we, of course, walked through like a little, not little, because it was actually kind of big, and it took maybe like 10, 15 minutes to walk through. But it was like a little maze that talked about, of course, they have like these little signs and posts that talked about like what happened here at the mountain and that kind of thing. How did the tribe survive and what kind of animals they had, or you can find here in the mountains still, what kind of plants they survived on, all those kind of things in there. That was awesome. And I wish I could think of the name of the Indian tribe. I cannot think right now. But if I find it like online somewhere, I will definitely post it up under this video so you all can know what that tribe was, so you all can read up on them as well. But like I said, they looked at those mountains as being their sacred mountains and their sacred home and that kind of thing as well. So that was awesome. It just felt like I was walking in just like a heaven, I guess I can say, because I mean, I have Native American in my family. My great-great-grandma was full-blooded Native American and that kind of thing as well. So it just kind of, I've always wanted to, of course, go to like reservations and do all these like neat, like nature things. And like I said, this particular section of the mountain just made me feel like I was at home, to be honest. It just felt awesome to me. It was an awesome vibe, an awesome experience. I just felt just at peace, I guess, as I was walking through and I was doing my video reading about different things that took place on this mountain. Like I said, that was just very, very interesting to me. I just loved it there, actually. And once you got to the end of it, there was like a little, not like a cliff, but like a little flat section that you can stand on and see like the entire mountain range and take photos and things like that. And that was awesome. Like I said, I had a time of my life up in these mountains. Yes, it was chilly. It was getting colder as we kept elevating ourselves up. I think we went over 10,000 feet. I know the last time we saw it was like 9,500, I think. So I know we were actually, I guess, higher than that, I'm sure. And I'll get to that shortly. But like I said, going up the Charleston Mountains, we saw there was a resort, the Charleston Mountain Resort, actually. We actually went inside the resort to, of course, see how it looked and that kind of thing. And it was beautiful, very, very beautiful. They had taxiderm bears and deers and all kind of stuff in the inside, of course. Then they had like some old school pinball machines. Now, I don't even know if they still worked or not. But like I said, I did post all those photos on Facebook as well. So if you're on Facebook, just definitely go look up my name and check them out. And then they had an old school money sorter. It was like a big giant pinball machine. But the money went to like this little circle thing at the top. And I guess it just sorted out as it like came down, that kind of thing. But that was interesting. Because I'm like, if I had to carry this thing around, I guess thank God for all the small things that we created nowadays. They're just like those little money sorter machines that you can just take with you and that are actually mobile. Because this machine looked like it was about a few hundred pounds in full steel or metal or whatever kind of metal it was. But like I said, it was just awesome just going into the hotel to, of course, see it and talk to some of the staff. And they're actually getting set up for an event, I believe, like in their like event space and that kind of thing. So they were actually, no, they weren't. They were actually remodeling their event space. That's what they were doing. They're bringing in like new chairs, new tables, and all that kind of stuff, new decorations and stuff like that in there. So we, of course, couldn't go inside to see what was going on, and because they said there, of course, they had like the little cones up, and we couldn't go past. But the guy at the desk did let us know that they were, of course, remodeling. So that was awesome. And then, of course, we actually walked out back. There was like a nice patio and a nice like a wooded area where you can see like the mountain. I guess like what is it called? I guess like down in the mountains. I don't know what it's called, but I guess like a lower elevation, that kind of thing. And then you can see like the mountains in the backdrop, and it had the beautiful snow on top. And I kept telling her I've got to get to the snow. So like I said, we left. I guess spent like maybe like 20, 30 minutes at the resort. Like I said, just to see how it was, what was going on, that kind of thing. And then we had got back in the car and was riding up the mountain, actually. So, and she was, of course, afraid of heights and that kind of thing. But like I told her, we got this. We'll be okay. Nothing's going to happen. It'll be a beautiful sight, of course, once we get there, which it was. But like I told her, I had to just kind of like just let her know that we'll all be okay. So she just turned her back to the window and didn't really look out the window, I guess I'd say that, which was good. So nobody panicked. Nothing happened. Everybody was dandy. So that was awesome. And like I said, we traveled farther up. And we saw all kinds of like log cabins, houses up in the mountains. Beautiful property. We actually tried to go to one and tried to call them so we can get like what is it called? Like the code to the key box so we can go in and see the log cabin. But they actually hung up on us, so I don't know. I guess we just couldn't see the house. But it was a beautiful house. I think it said it was three or four bedrooms and 2.5 baths or something. It was beautiful. Well, from the outside it was beautiful. And like I said, like up in those little neighborhoods that they had, like actual like little small little neighborhoods. There was like many houses, different kinds of houses. All of them wasn't log cabins, but there were, of course, log cabins there. But like I said, there was some beautiful property and beautiful houses. At some points, we actually saw just a house by itself, big giant houses. They had like, I guess like ranches and stuff like that. And that was just an awesome sight because like I said, we don't have those kind of things here. I guess I can say we do have houses, of course, in the country areas and stuff like that, but they're not made into like a mountain like that. I guess I can say that. So that was just really, really awesome to see. And of course, we kept going up and going up. Let me see. We got to like this little camping grounds and like a resort. And they had like actual, I guess, like little cabins that you can stay in as well. And that's the highest point that we can go in the Charleston Mountains. Because they had some section blocked off because of falling rock, I think they said. Because they had like the work trucks out there and stuff like that blocking the entrance. So nobody can get through. So we couldn't go up that one anymore. So like I said, we did go inside because they had like a little restaurant, little stores, and like it was like I guess Charleston City, I think that's what it was called, something like that. Like I said, they had like not all kind of, but a few little stores. Like I said, they had like the log cabins, like the camping grounds and stuff like that. The rooms actually weren't, or at the actual cabins, you have to run at the actual cabin. They had like a 1 bedroom, well, I guess 1 room cabin, stuff like that, on up to like a few bedroom cabin. So it was like maybe like $100 up to like $350 a night, like for those rooms, I guess, depending on your size of your family and who was all traveling, that kind of thing. So that was awesome. We didn't see one of those rooms. We just saw like the outside of it, which was fine as well. But like I said, that was just really, really awesome to see. So of course we had to turn around. Like I said, since they had the road closed, we had to turn around and go back down the mountain. And then I saw a sign that says to Lee Canyon. And then it said, of course, the ski slopes. So I'm like, okay, we got to go see the snow. I was so excited to finally be going to see all these ski slopes and an actual ski mountain and that kind of thing, because I've never seen that before. We have, shoot, what is the name of it? Is it called Powder? Shoot, I can't think of the name of the ski resort we have here, but it's actually like a man-made place and fake snow and stuff like that, unless it's like really snowing that day. But other than that, they have like snow shooters and stuff like that that'll make snow out there, so it's not like the actual mountains. And we, like I said, like the actual mountains, they actually have snow and all that stuff on them. So of course we took Lee Canyon, was going up that one as well. We actually saw a group of wild horses, and y'all check this out. Like I said, we saw a group of wild horses. There was maybe like 5 or 6 horses, like in this little field. There was like no houses around, so I'm assuming they must have came from somewhere. I don't know whose horses they were, but whoever it was, there were some beautiful horses. I got out the car, was trying to, of course, pet one. The thing was like making like a growling noise, and I guess just didn't want to be touched. So I left it on alone and just took like some photos and stuff like that. So we turned around, walking back to the car, and guess what was out there, y'all? It was a doggone payphone, a damn payphone. I have not seen a payphone in like 20 years since I was a kid or something. I'm like, a payphone in the middle of no man's land? I'm like, are you serious? But I guess they had the payphone down there, of course, in case somebody got lost or in the mountains, they couldn't, or the car broke down, that kind of thing. So they can, of course, call for help. But I'm like, oh my God, this is an actual payphone. And it actually worked, y'all. It took, of course, coins, the same thing like it took back in the day. I was just blown the hell away by this payphone. Like I said, that was just, I mean, that was just the funniest thing, at least to me, the funniest thing. And the kids, of course, were like taking pictures like with the payphone and had no idea really, I guess, that we even had those back in the day until they saw one. But like I said, that was just awesome to, of course, educate them on that. Me and Sharita, that of course we had payphones back in the day. Then we talked about the pagers and stuff like that, because they don't know what a pager is. All they know is like we have cell phones and tablets and laptops you can take around. We didn't have that stuff, not even probably like 15, 20 years ago. And if you had those things, I mean, you had money or you were rich or that kind of thing. The normal person couldn't afford those just yet. But nowadays, everybody can afford it. So like I said, that was just interesting to see. I was like, oh my God, blown the hell away with that payphone. But like I said, as we ascended, of course, going up the mountain, like I said, we just kept driving and kept driving and kept driving. Of course, it was getting colder and colder because it was like 30 to 40 degrees cooler in the mountains. So it was actually about 70, 71 degrees when we left Las Vegas City, or like the city of Las Vegas. Once we got to the mountains, it was about 30 to like 30, I guess 30 to like 40 degrees. So of course, we didn't have any coats, but we had our jackets and that kind of thing as well, which was fine. Excuse me. Like I said, that was definitely fine. But of course, ascending all the way up, we finally got to the point where we can stop and see the snow, y'all. Like I said, we got up there. Sharita and two of her, I guess her other children stayed in the car. My men, like the younger one, we had to like hike down this little trail, which was kind of slippery, of course, because it was like snow up there and it was wet and muddy and that kind of thing. But we finally made it to the snow, y'all. That was just awesome to see. When we actually drove up, we can actually see, I guess, like what is it called? Because they had it closed. I guess it was closed just because of like the day or the time of year. I'm not really sure why the whole entire ski resort was closed, but I think it's because they had like little cones, like little tape out there. I don't know if it was under construction or something was going on. I don't remember what was going on, but I just know whatever it was, we couldn't actually go inside to actually see the actual ski resort, the ski lifts. Because I really wanted to get on a ski lift because I'd never been on one before. But like I said, all that was closed. So we had to go around. It's like another little platform part where the cars were parked. And like I said, just get out and walk to the actual snow itself. And like I said, you all, that was just a joy to me. I love snow. Here in St. Louis, of course, we get snow in the winter. I can't say it's a whole lot, that kind of thing. But just seeing, I guess coming from like the warm weather up to like the cold weather and actually seeing the mountains that we saw with the snow on it. And then being able to, of course, drive to that particular point and see all that. That was just a sight to see, y'all. And I, of course, me and her daughter played like throw snowballs at each other, and I fell in the snow and she fell, that kind of thing. So we of course had fun while they waited in the car until we came back. Like I said, that was just just an awesome, unforgettable sight to see. I had never seen anything like that before. That was just awesome, y'all. Awesome, 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 awesome. Like I said, that was just the best thing in the world to me. For me to, like I said, go from the warmth up to the actual cold, and to see, because I took many pictures of like those actual mountains that I guess that we were going to drive up and that kind of thing, and to see, but I didn't know whether we can get to the snow part or not, and we did. So like I said, just to be out there taking pictures at first, and then actually just getting to the actual part where the ski slopes were, that was just amazing. And like I said, when I was a kid, a little girl, 5, 6 years old, I used to always see the mountains, all these, I used to always watch travel shows. And I still watch travel shows to this day to know what's out there, where I can go, just in case I want to take a vacation, that kind of thing. I may not always have the money for it, which is okay, but I know the places that are out there and the places that I can, of course, try to get to one day. I guess I put it that way. And I finally got to the mountains, you all. Like I said, that was just, my mind was just blown. Like I said, I never thought that I would actually get to see those mountains and get to experience that, and of course get to hike them and stuff like that. That was just an awesome sight to see. And like I said, I'm glad that Sharitha went with me, because it was actually her first time ever taking an excursion like that in Las Vegas to go see the mountains as well. So that was actually all of our first times. That was, of course, in the vehicle. That was all of our first times going into the mountains, and like I said, experiencing the resort on down to the horses, to the payphone, to like the small towns and log cabins and the houses up in the mountains. That was just awesome. So I say fucking awesome was just fucking awesome to me. And there's no other, I guess, no other word I could actually say for that. Like I said, I was just elated, just so happy. I felt so at peace. And of course, yes, when you're out, which I didn't realize that, because I've never been in the mountains before. But like I said, I know we were over 10,000 feet above sea level. I knew that. And I used to hear about people talking about how like the air is thinner up in the mountains, and I never, of course, knew what they were talking about because I never experienced it. And I know they said you get out of breath, that kind of thing, but I did experience it that day on like different like things that like the different like places that we stopped and that kind of thing, and actually hiking to the actual snow. I was, of course, out of breath very easily, and I had to slow down a few times and just breathe and that kind of thing. Which I mean, I wasn't like in distress or anything like that at all. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, the air was thinner. I can tell now, know what they're talking about. Because, of course, like I said, I was like, oh, my goodness, I have to slow down and take it slow and just not, like, walk so fast and try to see, hear up and see things, and just take it slower, I guess, and just try to calm down some, too. Because I was, of course, so excited, ready to go and just ready to go. So, like I said, I had to calm myself down as well and kind of walk kind of slow and just breathe fully as much as I could. I guess I'd say that. Just to make sure that I wasn't getting so out of breath where I couldn't breathe, or which did not happen to any of us, But like I said, if I'd have kept walking so fast and trying to do all this stuff, I'm sure it would have at some point. But like I said, that was just an awesome experience. And I do want to thank Sharitha for, of course, going with me to her and her children to the mountains so I can fulfill a childhood dream that I've always wanted to fulfill. Like I said, which that was to see the mountains. I've never seen anything, I guess God's creation like that. Just big, giant mountains that you see the backdrop of, and to actually go to these mountains and to feel them and to touch them. And some of them were actually like rock, and some of them were like mud or sand, I guess. I don't know what it was. I guess like some mounds, I guess you can say. Once you got close up on them, there was like sporadic, I guess, like grass and like different like cactus trees and different trees and plants and beautiful stuff, actually. But like I said, that was just awesome to me. I just never experienced that before. And I'm so glad I had my first time to experience that in Las Vegas. So that was awesome. And what I did then, that was actually during the day. That was on day 3 on Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. And like I said, that was the trip to the Spring Mountains. We went to the Charleston Mounts, and then we went to Lee Canyon. That's where the actual ski resort was. So then later on that night, I actually got a chance to go experience the Strip, actually, the actual Las Vegas Strip. So y'all, of course, like I said, on video number 1, when I came into Las Vegas, that was during the day, I actually got a chance to, of course, see like a few of the stores and the hotels and stuff like that. But actually going down there that night, that was just awesome. I saw all the beautiful lights and all the stuff that was going on. It was just awesome, y'all. I was just in just a big fun land. And just to let you all know, a few years ago, my auntie Shirley went down to Las Vegas, and she brought me back this M&M World bag. So I always said, whenever I go to Las Vegas, I'm going to M&M World. And y'all, that was the first place I stopped, actually, was M&M World. So I finally got a chance to Of course, go see like the 4-level store. It was beautiful, actually. M&M everything, from the household to the candy to the shoes to the socks to everything. They M&M everything that you can order. I guess that you can buy. They even had like a little theater inside, which was closed because it was so late that night, that kind of thing. But it was beautiful. Like I said, just seeing all the, because first we actually, because I really wanted to just like ride through it first, but I got so excited trying to drive through. I was trying to drive and take pictures. I was just so excited. I was like, oh my God, look at all this stuff. And like, I'm talking fast now. I was talking faster, I'm sure, then too. Like I said, just so excited just to drive from the Stratosphere all the way down to, I don't know what we stopped at. I guess like the Las Vegas Sound where I took some pictures at. There's like a famous Las Vegas Sound, welcome to Las Vegas. I took a picture way down at the end by the airport, McCarran Airport as well. And of course, I'm dark in the picture. You see this big old bright sign, which is fine, but I was still there. You can see my body shape, I guess, to put it that way. So that was awesome. And like I said, those pictures, I posted a lot of pictures on Facebook and Instagram. So if y'all want to check those out and friend me as well, like the pictures, like the page, please feel free to do so. My name is Tonetta Clay on everything. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter is all the same names too, and of course YouTube. So like I said, definitely get a chance to check out all those photos that I took. It was just awesome, y'all. And like I said, to see all those places I've only seen on TV and like YouTube videos like this. I've seen different videos of Las Vegas and like walkthroughs and stuff like that. And just to finally be able to see these places up close, y'all, was just awesome. That was the best experience of my life, I can tell you that. Yes, I went to Disney World like years ago, that kind of thing, but to me, this top Disney World to me, I guess, to be honest. I got a chance to, of course, see the mountains and do all those things that I never thought I would be able to do one day. And I was actually able to do them on this trip, so that was definitely a blessing. And like I said, just walking into the different hotels. We went to the Stratosphere. We went to Circus. Oh, and actually, y'all, at the Stratosphere, I had no idea that they had like a bungee jump thing off of there. I was like, oh my God. Even though we had just ate, so I couldn't, of course, get up there and do it. But I really want, well, whenever I go back, I'm definitely going to do this bungee jump. They jumped from like the top of like the actual top like platform of the Stratosphere all the way down to like this other platform. It was just awesome looking. I was like, oh my God, that is just the awesomest thing to me. And I did record that video. Like I said, some of my videos were erased because I thought they were saved in the cloud and they weren't. So, and I was trying to clear my phone, but that's okay. I'm sure somebody else has it on YouTube as well, that you can check out that video to see if they have like a bungee jump off the Stratosphere. Like I said, that was just the awesomest thing to me. I had never seen anything like that before. And of course, we don't have that kind of stuff here in St. Louis. So the Vegas is the only place that I guess I'm sure that you can probably experience that at. Well, at this time for me, because I haven't been anywhere else. I guess that's like that fun and that much excitement going on. But like I said, from the Stratosphere, we went down to Circus, saw like a short circus show, saw the inside roller coaster and all these games, and it was just awesome time, y'all. Like I said, just to see all this stuff on TV that I always dreamed about, and I want to see Las Vegas one day to see if it's actually that fun and see if it's actually that much stuff going on, because I don't gamble or drink or anything along those lines, so I mean, I was just going just for the fun of it. Of course, to like see what else, of course, like what else is going on, and to, of course, see the beautiful hotels and the beautiful resorts and the beautiful stores that they had, like M&M World and Coca-Cola World and stuff like that on the Strip. I've always wanted to see that. Because like I said, I see videos and saw it on TV so much, and come to Las Vegas and do this in Las Vegas and all these things. And now me finally stepping my feet onto the actual Strip, that was just so awesome to me. Like I said, we did walk some of it and go into like the MGM Grand, because I've seen that on TV and that kind of thing, so that was awesome. Oh, y'all, an MGM Grand, I don't know if you all used to watch America's Best Dance Crew, but I watched that from season 1 and season 5. I love that show. And the Jabberwockies, y'all, I don't know if y'all know who they are, but they won like the last show. They won like several seasons, that kind of thing, of America's Best Dance Crew. And they, of course, have their own story in the MGM Grand. They have their own venue to perform and stuff like that. So that was just fucking awesome. Like I said, I love that group. I followed them from when they first started on America's Best Dance Crew, that kind of thing. And I follow them on Twitter, like the videos, comment on the videos a lot. I still do. I love them because they can just dance to me. And if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, please try to look for one of their videos or just look for America's Best Dance Crew, some of the winners and that kind of thing. You'll definitely see them on there. But they are awesome, y'all. I didn't get a chance to meet them, which I was hoping to at least see a show or something like that. But they were actually going to perform like that Saturday, and I would already, of course, be gone because I left at like late Thursday night. So I was like, oh man, that's okay. But at least I got a chance to go into the store, take a picture like with the mask and like in between like two like mannequin dancers and stuff like that. So that was just awesome to me. And like I said, those pictures are also on Facebook and Instagram. So if you all want to check those out, definitely go do so. They're awesome pictures too. The girl, actually, one of the girls, the clerks in the store took them for us. So that was definitely, like I said, very, very awesome. And like I said, from there on, we went outside just walking around to see other hotels. And I wanted to go down to, of course, I know Buddy from Cake Boss, Buddy Velastro. I know he had his own like bakery shop there. And it was actually at the Venetian. So we drove all the way down and parked at the Palazzo, I believe, Resort Hotel. Right next to the Venetian is where his restaurant is. Like I said, inside the Venetian. I didn't, or where actually his bakery. But actually he has a restaurant and a bakery. I had no idea they had a restaurant inside of there. Is right across from the bakery, actually. So we went into the bakery. They had like a little statue of him holding like this cake and all this. So I took a picture of that too. Like, man, I wish he was there. That was just awesome to me. Like I said, I knew when I went to Vegas, I had to go visit his establishment because I love to bake, and I bake, like decorate cakes and make homemade pound cakes, make all this stuff. And like I said, I watch his show, follow his show on Food Network and that kind of thing. So I had to go pay his store some homage. I guess I'd say that. Like I said, I did post those pictures on Facebook and Instagram as well, but I had to go there and see that. I had to go see that. And like I said, that was just, that just took the cake from me, I guess I can say that. I actually bought like an oatmeal cookie, I think, out of there, and that was awesome as well. My friend and her daughter got a cupcake, and of course it was going in like 2 minutes, so I'm sure it was good too. So, and like I said, they had like layer cakes for sale. They had all kind of stuff in the store for sale, truffles and cupcakes, and like I said, different kinds of cookies, cookie sandwiches, all kind of stuff in there. So if you all get a chance to visit, and if you love the Cake Boss, definitely go visit that store. And we didn't get a chance to eat in the restaurant, but we did visit the bakery. And like I said, they're right across from right across the hall from each other in the Venetian Hotel and Resort. So if you get a chance, definitely check that out, y'all. If you love baking, you love his shows, that kind of thing, definitely check it out. And like I said, from there, we just kind of walked around, saw a few different things, and just so I can get a feel of how the strip was and get the experience, because I had never been down there. We actually went that evening. I don't know what time, maybe like 10:30, 11 o'clock, I think we got down there. So like I said, that was just awesome, y'all. And I really enjoyed my day 3, like I said, with going to see the mountains and going to see the strip. Those are both epic things for me to do while I was in Vegas that I was just dying to do, since I was, of course, going to Vegas and had always saw it on TV and hear people talking about it and that kind of thing. Like I said, that was just epic for me. And that just made my damn whole vacation. I guess I can say that. It was awesome. So like I said, that's my day 3. Going to the Spring Mountains, the mountain chain that's in Las Vegas that you see all around Las Vegas. They're called the Spring Mountains. And the ones we drove up was Charleston Mountains, and then the other one was Lee Canyon. So like I said, if you all get a chance to go, Lee Canyon was the one that had the ski slopes and a ski resort and that kind of thing up there as well. So if you all ever get a chance to go, definitely enjoy that, and take your coat, of course. Because like I said, it is cold up there as well, like 30 to 40 degrees, cooler than it is on the ground, because you're like I said, over 10,000 feet above sea level. So definitely go and check that out. And I know some of you all may have already been to the strip. I just hadn't. I'm 42 now, so I can say I've been to damn Las Vegas, been to the strip, have seen the mountains, some things that I've always wanted to do since I was young. So like I said, definitely with all that, I'm just elated and glad that I had these unforgettable experiences that I would never, of course, forget. And I'm glad, like I said, that Sharitha invited me down to, of course, stay with her and I guess to come see how things were, and of course experience Las Vegas. And she always say Vegas loves her and she loves Vegas. And now I see why she says that, because it was a beautiful place. I mean, to me, it's just a beautiful place. And the places that I had saw up until day 3 just blew my mind, y'all. I mean, just seriously. Like I said, there were things that I've been wanting to do for years and years and years. And I just had to step out there and just go ahead and do it. The opportunity presented itself. And I just had to step out there and just went ahead and did it anyway. Against whatever my family said. They were saying some different things about it. Me going by myself and that kind of thing, which I was fine with that. But like I said, I just had to get out there and do it. I just want to say, for anybody else that's looking to, of course, take a trip and want to experience things and be an explorer while you're there, there's nothing wrong with that. Get out there and explore. That's what life is about. I'm one that loves to explore every doggone thing. I'm a tourist in my own town. I'm like that almost every single day if I can here in St. Louis. Going to see something different, or just going to the same place and doing something different. Whatever the case is, like I said, just be a tourist in whatever town that you're in. It always shows that, of course, you have life in yourself and you want to just experience life to the fullest, is what I always say. So like I said, with that, I want to thank you all for seeing my day 3. And like I said, if you all are traveling, whether you're by yourself or with somebody else, definitely make the most of it and make your vacation unforgettable. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I love you all.